Today is April 27th, 2023. It's a beautiful day today.
It really is, man.
And I'm in the presence of the homie, Noah Nova.
My guy.
What's good, brother?
Really well. What's good, boy?
Not. I don't want to say not much. A lot is good. A lot is good, actually.
You the busiest man in, you know what I mean, in showbiz entertainment, brother.
Brother, I'm trying. I'm
doing?
really trying.
Show that.
So, we're here to talk about the album.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Facts of Life.
Yes,
and
sir.
before we get into the album, I just kind of I want this to be an experience for the people who might not know who you are, right? And there's questions that I have. You know what I'm saying? As cool as we are, like,
Yeah.
there's just some things I don't know about you. So hopefully you don't mind sharing. So like,
Never.
where are you from, bro?
Man, I'm from Houston, man. Born and raised. I was born on the southwest side. I moved to Mo City when I was 11. To the original Quail Green.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Straight off of Turtle Creek Street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Turtle Creek Drive. And I want to say from the age of 11 to maybe 18, I was in Mo City. So, you know, pretty much all the middle school, all the high school, with those really, really important developmental ages, years. They were all spending in Mo City, man. I learned a lot. Created a lot of relationships early. Obviously had a lot of experiences. Learned how to drive in Mo City. You know, all those again, those pivotal things. So yeah, Mo City is still where my heart is at for sure.
So how does that relate to your music? Like, let's get into like your musical background a little bit. Cause like, how did you get into just rapping? Like,
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like,
great question.
Cause you know, we all had them. You know, when I was a little kid, you know, all the little stories like that. But like, what was that like for you? Like, what's your story?
I had I have parents that are, in their own respect, huge music lovers. My father is an avid jazz listener. Well, really, he loves, you know, a plethora of different types of music. Yeah. His shit is jazz. My mother is more contemporary R&B.
Okay.
So, you know, growing up, and my parents are divorced. They've been divorced since I was a kid. When I was in my dad's car, you know, it was Nige, it was Kenny G, it was, you know, so people like that, you know, so on and so forth. You feel what I'm saying? When I was in my mom's car, you know what I mean? It was Maxwell, it was Erykah Badu, it was, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of smooth grooves.
100%.
Like.
So I really feel like, bro, I'm the product of, you know, just a lot of different types and forms and genres of music. Yeah. To answer your question directly, as far as how I got into rapping myself, I give my mom that credit, believe it or not. I mean, she didn't like say, "Hey, grab a pen and write." Right. But I want to say, man, I was try to condense the story. I want to say I was maybe 7 or 8 years old. Got my own little money for my birthday. Yeah. And I wanted to go to Target. At that point, you can probably remember, you know what I'm saying, Target had an extensive music section.
Bro,
you
Target
feel what I'm saying?
Was the spot.
100%.
I think people sleep on Target. They always had like release day sales.
Yes.
They always had release day sales. So like when your favorite artist had an album drop.
Yeah.
$9.99.
Real quick.
$8.99.
You better hurry up.
Because if you wait too long, 3 days, it's back up to 15, 16 bucks. You know what I'm saying?
The neighborhood's going to take that CD, bro.
Absolutely.
So yeah, man, on this particular birthday, went to the music section, and I was looking at different artists. You know, I was green as hell as a kid. And she suggested that I get Waterbed Hev from Heavy D.
Really?
Rest in peace to the legend, the late great Heavy D.
Okay.
I actually have a song about that on SoundCloud called Back in the Days.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was I guess you could say that was my official introduction into hip hop music. So just kind of studying that, and just, you know, throughout the years, listening to other people, MTV played a big. This is the when MTV really played music videos.
Yeah,
I can remember watching Hove, Jigga What, Jigga Who, Eminem, early Eminem, Hi, My Name Is, and just really kind of being interested. And so fast forward a little bit to middle school, I want to say, man, 2001, Hove, The Blueprint,
right,
and Fab's first album, Ghetto Fabulous, came out on the same day, 9/11.
Yep.
And we definitely want to send our condolences to the families affected, even to this day. But listening and again studying those two albums, Fab, listen, man. When you a shorty, man, when you a kid, those punchlines are life.
They hit hard back then. Like back in the G, they hit hard.
Pop Chris in your face, make her wipe suds from her hair. Like shit just turned me out, bro. And then just, Hove from the cadence,
right.
the subject matter, the transparency, the swag, for lack of a better word. I don't like that word, but
so
those two albums were very pivotal as far as me actually picking up the pen and saying, you know what, fuck it, let me try it. And my bad.
No.
No one's ever asked me that on camera.
This is your day. So you better get it right.
But no, last thing is I have to shout out Wayne.
Okay.
And this is young Wayne.
So this is good. This is great. Because to me, a lot of guys tend to not really fully understand, especially our age demographic.
Yeah.
They don't understand like the importance of Lil Wayne.
Oh man.
And the disrespect is a little wild sometimes. But
a lot of people, to that point real quick, it's just, a lot of people are they give into sensationalism. Yeah. They're prisoners of the moment, and we don't do that.
Yeah.
But again, as far as Wayne is concerned, Shine. The song Shine.
From my head down to my shoes.
Not the regular version. I hope the right people will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's a remix with like 7 people on it.
Yes. Yes.
Relli. I literally took that song and I rewrote every freaking verse, bro.
Nice.
Rewrote because I was like, you know what? One of the cool things about that song is that every MC on that record had a different style.
Right.
So it was a great opportunity for me to, it was lyrical exercise, pun intended. Try different styles, different cadences, different flows, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, those are some of my more earlier memories as far as like just saying, you know what, I'm gonna pick up a pen and try this shit, bro.
Okay.
For sure.
So
sorry for the long answer.
No, you good. You good. So So around what age were you like, man, I think I really want to pursue this for real?
Probably 12.
Okay.
Probably 12. I was I began to write every day.
Right.
Every day of my life.
Okay.
I get off of get out of school, do the homework, whatever. I'm watching Rap City religiously. You understand? Shit changed my life, brother. Changed my life. Shout out Big Tigger, man.
I feel bad for kids nowadays because they don't have that. They don't
have that, bro.
They don't have that at all.
Like your favorite MCs getting in the booth and just going?
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
Shout out to On Mute for like restoring that feel.
Absolutely.
It's another group of guys. I can't remember their name. They've been popping up a lot lately. I've been seeing them doing a lot of freestyles. Fats was on there. I see my boy Too Raw.
Yeah.
And a couple other guys that I know. And I like the nostalgic feel of that, and it's coming back. So hopefully we see more of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm on there too, man. If you go to shout out On Mute. If you go to their YouTube page, I'm on there kicking a little something. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
I'd love to be a part of that.
So getting into the point where you were like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
Yeah.
Like, what were some of your influences to like for now? Because I want to talk about like your influences, how they influenced you all the way to this point where like you're a more mature version of yourself. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're grown, you're an adult, you've lived some life, you got real life stories to tell.
Yeah, experiences.
So like, what really influenced you the most for this project, this album?
Really good question. I would say definitely Little Brother.
Okay.
Fonte, Big Pooh. I love their transparency.
Yeah.
They really make music for people like me, everyday people who, you know, have some of the same struggles, some of the same issues, some of the same values. They're just also simultaneously incredibly fucking talented.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
It's
so
wild.
yeah. So definitely, Little Brother. Definitely, Wayne to this day. Wayne to this day. Hove to this day. Nas to this day. These past 4 projects. You know, I'm not trying to.
That's not a day for that. Today's not the day, brother. But it's about you today, brother.
All right, but Nas is for sure on that list. Kendrick, Kendrick, and not even just. I mean, in my opinion, that last project is phenomenal, second to none as far, you know, the year that it dropped.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a list of MCs, man. George Young.
For sure.
George Young. I'm in the studio with George a lot. That's my guy.
You was just there last night, huh?
I was just there last night, man.
I'll be paying attention, bro. I don't say much. I don't say much at all.
Nah, for sure.
But just know.
Yeah, I mean, when you're and shout out G, man. It's always shout out G. That's my guy. Just, you know, being that close to people like that who again, same age group, same city, you know, same understanding of the music and, you know, what we're trying to do as artists overall. It's a beautiful feeling. Vaughn and I will always make music. Yeah, I know that, he knows that, you know that. We'll always make music. It's a lot of people that have really influenced this project. Fats, Rob Gillette, Malo. Like, I pay attention too. Yeah. I'm a fan of this shit. It's not just, hey, you know, I'm going to go into my little corner, you know, I'm going to book my little session and, you know, that's it. No, I'm paying attention. Like, niggas is really moving throughout the city. Yeah. And I appreciate that because it's all for us, man. Yeah. For sure.
So, I want to go back to, you said Nas. Yeah. And you said Little Brother. Yeah. And you gave a little piece of, like, the vulnerability, the honesty. Mm-hmm. What about Nas kind of influenced you a lot?
I mean, what can I not say about that particular MC, man? Yeah. Still finding ways to, you know, just the articulation, the skill set, the flows. You know, I was having a conversation with one of the conversations that me and George had last night was, you know, at one point, and this made me really proud, but he was like, yeah, bro, like, we can be on our Hit Boy and Nas shit. And I was like, say less.
I know you perked up when you heard that. You was like, huh?
No, because
of course.
The thing about that, man, when George cooks up a beat, it's not just George is cooking up a beat for me. Yeah. Nigga, it's Christmas for me. No, I'm dead ass.
No. Because, I mean, that's one of the things we're going to talk about as far as the album. But I totally understand. Like, George is different.
Yeah. And again, it's not just G. I mean, that's my guy. Yeah. But you're one of my guys. Yeah. Right? Tony Dark is one of my guys. Like, again, man, it's this thing of ours, this kind of this unofficial fraternity that we have as just, you know, musicians in the city.
You know what's wild about that?
What's up?
If you really just sit back and look at, like, the circle of talent that knows each other, it's frightening. Like, what can be accomplished.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
What I'm saying?
Absolutely.
All right, so let's get into it, bro. So,
Oh, shit.
we kick it off with
What's
the
that?
judge. Shout out to Mathis.
Man.
And I want to talk to
My boy.
George. Well, talk about George in this instance.
Mm-hmm.
The creativity this man has is insane.
It's different, yeah.
And
Like you said.
I can't speak enough or, about like just George has this level of texture
Yeah.
that a lot of producers just find it hard to implement in their music, right?
100%,
And it's very nostalgic. You can tell what he's influenced by.
Yes.
And he loves Houston.
100%. 100%.
In saying that, my man's used the
Say it.
Southside drums
Yes.
for the intro, outro, and interludes.
Yes.
And as soon as I heard that, I was like, this nigga's a genius, bro. This nigga's a goddamn genius.
Yeah.
Like, George really... Because I don't know. It's funny. I've known George for so long, and we've never really sat in a room and, one, talked.
That's crazy.
And two, we never sat in a room and created.
That's crazier.
Like, the only thing me and George have done was a freestyle years ago.
It's a cipher, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which in itself was heavy.
Crazy. Mm-hmm.
And, like, even then, like, just to see him perform,
Yeah.
to see him grow into this version of himself that he is now
Yeah.
is insane. Like, George is solid. And
100%.
I want to dip right into the first record,
Yeah.
Pour a Little Liquor,
Yes, sir.
right?
Well, real quick,
Yeah.
because you did mention the intro
Uh-huh.
with Mathis.
Yeah, because we talked about this.
Yeah.
So please, like, let's just explain that whole process and how it tied into the album and how the album, the intros, the interludes and Mathis, the samples, how basically that was like a quadruple entendre in itself.
Yeah.
Because that was crazy.
So George and I were already creating. We maybe had almost half the album done, if not more.
Yeah.
My memory is a little sketchy at this point. But there came a point where I was like, this music is great. Like,
It hit you.
like this, we got something going. But how do we figure out how to tie up loose ends? How do we make this different?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to have, great instrumentation, have your lyricism, your flows, performance, all that stuff. But how do we make this different?
Right.
And I was in the crib one day, chilling, off day or whatever, kind of brainstorming. And I don't know, man, for whatever reason, Mathis came to mind. I've been on you're the engineer for the I've been on that podcast like 5-6 times at this point. And shout out to my guys. Mathis, like, I pay attention to weird shit. His diction, pause. Yeah. But the way that he... Come on, man, I'm a nigga first. The way that he articulates himself, first of all, the nigga's funny. He's a naturally funny guy. You listen to this dude, he's a funny nigga, man.
Hell yeah.
But behind that, or maybe in front of it for me, is the way that his talent is in the way that he chooses to articulate the jokes, the delivery.
Right.
He's got a smooth voice. It's like kind of, it's not proper, but it's just great diction. And in listening to the pod, which I do, I recognize, certain people just have voices that you don't mind listening to.
Yeah.
So taking all that shit into account, the talent, right? He's a funny guy, the diction, woo-woo. So I'm going to reach out.
Yeah.
I'm going to reach out. So what happened was, first time around, I reached out. I was like, hey, bro, working on this project. Would like you to be a part of it. Could you send me like, an introductory type of interlude? And and I told him certain things that I wanted him to say, and for the rest, bro, make it your own.
Yeah.
And so he sent it back. And I was cackling, bro.
It's not every day a nigga say cackle, bro.
Nigga, that nigga said, I'm sick of these niggas whose beards touch. Nigga, I cried laughing, nigga. I said, bro, there's different ways to try to land that. That shit was...
Yeah.
So the way that I knew that we had something was session with G.
Yeah.
Say, hey, G, play this real quick, bro. Tell me what you think, bro.
Yeah.
That nigga G was laughing, bro. That nigga was laughing hard, bro.
Yeah.
I said, we got something. Cool.
Yeah.
So, how the instrumental came to, and I don't even know if he knows this, how that instrument, and I'm not going to sample snitch on myself, but how that the music came into play was, I was promoting my shit before the album came out on Twitter.
Yeah.
And Mathis posted, in response to my tweet, he posted a song with a caption saying, to some extent, getting ready for the album.
Right.
And that song, I'm not going to sample snitch, but that song made sense. Yeah. I'll say that.
Yeah.
And so I listened to the song, and the original plan, honestly, was for me to rap over it.
Yeah.
But we couldn't find. This is before George put the Southside drums on.
Okay.
He had some other drums.
Okay.
We fucking around in the studio. We fucking around. Ooh. And anyway, make a long story short, I began to ask Mathis for more. The Miami interludes. I said, hey, I have this song with this, this is the theme of the record.
Yeah.
If you could help me introduce it, I appreciate that. Ooh, no problem. And I have to say this, man, like that dude is very humble.
Mm-hmm.
Very, how can I say? He's available.
He's witty, though.
Super witty.
Like,
super witty.
The intro, and I don't know if people know this about Mathis. Mathis used to rap. I didn't know that. And here's how you can tell.
The cadence in which he speaks.
Not even the cadence. He starts off with the sniffles.
Yes.
He sounds hella congested.
He truly was.
He goes, oh man, it's Houston weather, something along the line. I'm just paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Sick, man. Just feeling real sick. Sick of these niggas. Niggas that beards touch. Like, you know what I'm saying? How he rolled that out, bro. That was a whole bar.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
And it was natural.
Yeah, Mathis witty as shit.
Yeah, man.
And me and Mathis got this ongoing, like, tug and pull, like, hated, like, big brother, little brother. We always snapping on each other type shit. Because I wish I was a comedian, but I'm not funny. So I always try to crack on Mathis. And, like, in that moment, I was just like, man, this boy is brilliant, man.
Oh, 100%.
So like to see him, like, just like don't ever forget.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I was
I
just
got
really
those.
super comfortable with him being the second most predominant voice on my project.
Yeah.
He's the first and the last voice on my album.
Yeah.
Like,
and how he ended that joint was brilliant. Like it was
yeah, I was just like, dog, thank you.
Yeah. He did that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so one group of people that you didn't mention,
okay,
which is ironic, because the way you started the album off, like, we'll get into it. You started off with the Chad Butler vibes.
100%. That song, because I already know where you're going with it.
Yeah. What's the opening line?
Okay, it's Noah Nova, bitch, and the trick I couldn't be it.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely rest in peace to the pimp. I wanted Pimp to me.
Yeah.
Pimp C has a top 5 cadence, top 5 flow of all time.
Right.
I don't care what you other niggas think. Like, top 5, because it's so he gave, what was it, 8 bars on Big Pimpin'?
Yeah.
But it's the 8 bars.
It's assertive. You believe it. It's
the 8 bars on that album, on that song.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I was obviously and absolutely paying tribute to him.
Yeah.
That song is literally because I like to be cerebral.
Yeah.
I take a Pimp C flow and I take a Kendrick flow and I put them together. That's what that is.
Because that's what I was going to get at.
Yeah,
like
100%.
The flow switch up.
Yeah. I take a Pimp C flow, I give you a Kendrick flow, a little bit of my flow, and that's part of the liquor.
And I like how you the title is like RIP to the competition in a sense.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like you came out swinging. I ain't gonna hold you.
Thank you, my brother.
I was like, okay, all right, no, I see you,
brother. That means a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Then you double down on Black. You double down.
That one.
Look at me, motherfucker. Look at me.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm a huge UGK fan.
Yeah.
Stan, if you will. And to be honest, man, like none of that was necessarily. It was just all natural.
Yeah.
Like again, going back to what you said about just George's approach to his instrumentation, his beats.
Yeah.
Very, very Southern.
Yeah.
And you know, one of the things that I've heard for the longest time is like, you know, like, he can rap. Talking about me.
Yeah.
He can rap. Where's he from? And I got tired of hearing that shit.
I mean,
I get it.
You gotta understand, bro.
No, I get it.
And the reason why I asked you about your influences is because I don't know if a lot of people know. If you know me, you should know. Mm-hmm. But I'm from Missouri City, Mo City to be exact. Mm-hmm. And it's different out there.
100%.
Like, when
they don't know that.
They don't.
They don't know that.
When you're from where we're from, it's kind of like New York or New Orleans in a sense.
Yeah.
Where it's just an accumulation of culture,
melting pot,
people
100%.
From so many different places.
Yes.
And a lot of these people look like us.
100%.
You know what 100%. I'm saying? So Mo City has everything.
Everything.
And a lot of people just don't understand it. Like, I remember growing up, people were like, man, you know, you think you from... I don't think I'm from anywhere.
Right.
I'm from where I'm from.
I know where I'm from.
I'm not from Houston.
Right.
I'm from Mo City, Texas. If I step outside of Texas and they ask me where I'm from, I'm not saying Houston.
100%.
I'm saying Mo City, Texas.
100%.
Shout out to Al Green. That's how Mo City I am. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about Mr. Grits either. You feel me? But back to the album. My bad, bro. I had to do it for the Mo one time,
it's
bro.
It's all necessary.
And to hear the callback, just the sequence, how that song flowed into the next, taps into the thought process of the album. And that was one thing that I paid attention to, and I could see it was evident. Like, there was a lot of thought put into the placement of the records.
100%. 100%. Most of my features are in the second half of the album because I didn't want y'all or anyone to be like, oh, again, he can rap, but there's so many other people. Like, nah.
Yeah.
I think it's like maybe the first 5-6 songs is just me.
Right.
Outside of Mathis with the interludes, of course.
Yeah.
But nah, man, that Black, to kind of give you the short of that album, that song is it's pissed off, man. It's a little pissed off.
Yeah. We could
first
tell.
Verse, yeah.
We could tell.
Yeah,
you was pissed off and poured a little liquor.
100%.
You had a big chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
What flavor was that chip?
Purple bag, man.
There you
Purple
go.
Bag. But nah, I honestly, like, there's certain people that, how can I say this?
Say it.
There's certain people that I feel like are paying attention, but they're not. It's like one of those. Okay, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to being like, "Hey, bro, I see you, bro," type shit.
You know what? I think I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
This music scene where we from is very finicky.
100%.
And there's a group of people who just show love.
Mm-hmm.
just that's
That's just what it is. That's
right. And then there's another group that may feel like there's like a hierarchy or something like that, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not, because you niggas can't fuck with me. Sorry.
No. It is cool because it leaves room and space for everybody. Because if everybody was the same, if everybody had the same attitude, if everybody had the same mindset, it wouldn't be interesting. It wouldn't be dynamic. It's very dynamic, and it keeps you hungry. We wouldn't have got a pissed off Noah. We wouldn't have got the bars that we got on the second and third record. Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it's needed. It's the yin and yang of this shit, bro. Like it's definitely needed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah. But they still whack for that shit though. It's cool.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't need it. It's just, like you said in so many words, I use it as a source of inspiration and aspiration.
Yeah.
You know, because it's gonna get to a point to where it's going to be undeniable.
I feel that
because I'm not going to fucking stop.
I feel that.
I'm not.
Yeah. So what's album mode like for you? Like what's album mode Noah like?
Just constantly creating. It's, the short of it is going to the studio every week. And it's, for this last album, it was sitting with G.
Yeah.
And I like to come to the studio with the record done. Like, I'm not one of those MCs that, let me book a session to put this hook down and see how I feel about it. Let me book a session. Let me do one verse, or let me do a hook, and let me try this. Let me bring out the. No, I like to have the song done. Mm-hmm. Now in a moment of transparency, I will say this: I'm busy, like most of us are.
Yeah.
So where I mess up is, a lot of times, not all the time. A lot of times I'll write the record the same day. So I try to be efficient when it comes to recording, but, a lot of times it doesn't happen that way because, again, I'm still learning the music or the lyrics. But with this next project and the music that we're making now, that's more of the focus. More of the focus is, okay, instead of writing the same day, write 2-3 days before, right? Get the cadence down, get what you want to say down, get the timing down. That way, when you go in the studio, instead of knocking out 1 or 2, you can knock out 3 or 4.
Right.
So that's a huge focus.
I feel that.
Yeah.
All right. So I was around and in the mix. This is when we were like recording.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we tried to book a session, and you were like, I'm going out of town, bro. I gotta go somewhere.
Yeah.
And when I saw this Miami record, I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right. Damn.
I'm in the cut, bro.
That's crazy.
I'm in the cut.
You're absolutely fucking right.
So
you're
like
right.
again, like this, all of this hits a little different for me because like there's just a small tinge of insight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know you went out to Miami. I know you had fun. You and your homie went out there.
100%.
How much of that trip inspired that record?
Whole trip. I'm literally breaking down the whole process of getting to Miami, and for the most part, the second verse after we got there.
Right, first verse, you was like, I'm putting my time in.
Yeah, man.
Like I'm
picking up the rental car.
Planning. Like I got all the plans, everything straight. Yeah,
sipping on some wine, formulating the plan.
Yeah,
that was the real story. Me and the homie, sitting down. Figuring out the flight, figuring out the days, planning, bro. And then again, second verse was, Havana with the Cuban. That's a Havana. If for those who don't know, is a restaurant directly on the strip.
Right.
Fantastic, and our waitress was fine as hell.
Shout out to that.
But yeah, for sure. But nah, man, that whole being on the beach with a cold glass. You know what I'm saying? We would be out there, bro. I brought my speaker. And, instead of people being, like, aggy about it or agitated or whatever the fuck, like, they were jamming with us.
Big vibes.
Huge vibes.
I've been to Miami one time.
You gotta go again.
But I stopped at the airport. Me and my wife, we were on our way back from the DR.
Damn.
And
okay.
it stopped in Miami.
Quick flex.
No, that wasn't a flex. Maybe. A baby flex.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to go.
You gotta go, man.
Just to see what it's like. Never
Miami
been.
is honestly, man, it's like outside. It's like, how would I describe Miami? It's cool, man. It's
like outside.
It's outside Vegas, if you will. Everybody's outside, literally no clothes on for the women. You know, everyone's having a good time.
Yeah.
Sitting outside, smoking your Cuban, or you getting some food, or you're checking out the scenery.
Yeah.
In front of the beach, you're in the water, outside the water. You know what I'm saying? They're passing you out, liquor on the. I never did that. I bring my own shit.
Yeah.
But they supply the vibes, even on the beach. But it's cool, man. The weather is excellent. The women are gorgeous. You're married. I'm not. Talking to those not married. But yeah, the women are gorgeous. It's a very relaxing time if you do it right.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
So we get back from Miami.
We do.
And it's back to reality.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Shout out to George. This is probably like my second favorite beat on the album.
That
Go Ahead track.
You're not
crazy.
going to believe this. I didn't like that beat.
You didn't?
Initially, and the funny thing about I don't even know George if I ever told George this, but it's just crazy in retrospect. But in that session where he was playing beats for me, he got really excited when he played that one.
See, and
that's my dude.
I know that struggle.
That's my dude,
you
man.
Goddamn rappers. You spend all this time in the studio, you're making this fire ass beat, you play it, and you're like, man.
I didn't say man. Fuck that. Put that on the list. See what's happening. But so the funny thing about it is, and I learned this about myself within this process of making this particular project, was much like taste buds, my taste in beats can absolutely change.
Yeah.
And what kind of drew me into finally using that, deciding to write to that beat and use that song, ultimately was I needed more. Fuck it, I'll say it. I needed more beats to talk my shit over.
And you did.
I appreciate that. But I really...
Of course I make classics. I'm a classic nigga. Yeah.
I had to appreciate that. But no, I really wanted to... I love that line, by the way.
Yeah.
I love that line. But no, so that was the purpose of that beat, obviously, at this point. And I'll say this, as far as the synchronization of the album just with that particular song itself. Originally, I was gonna have Go Ahead right after Part of the Liquor. We're in the last listening session with George for the project before he went into mastering.
Yeah,
and we're just chilling, listening to the album, vibing out, whatever. And he's like, "Yeah, man, you did a great job as far as synchronizing the project. I think you should change 2 songs." And I was like, "What you mean? What's up?" He was like, "You should swap out Go Ahead and Black." I had Black originally later on in the album. He was like, "You should do this because, just aesthetically."
So shout out to George. George, the reason why we got all the Pimp C vibes in the beginning.
Yeah.
Shout out to George.
Ironically enough,
that made sense. It literally, because I picked up on it. I'm pretty sure anybody else who listened picked up on it. Like,
he was like, Miami sounds like Miami, but Go Ahead sounds like the dark side of Miami. And I was like, holy shit.
Damn. Okay. Sold.
Yeah, for sure.
Then we get into your first feature on Smoke Break. And this felt like a good...
Shall be honey.
A good... This felt like a good little... You know what I'm saying? Like, this was a transition. This was the turning point.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You just left Miami.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure the vibes was vibey.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? The essence was in the air.
For sure,
you feel me?
Believe that.
And it made sense. Like, all right, we're done with Miami. I'm back to the city.
Yeah.
This is like the transition, like the reminiscing of like that one crazy night or those crazy nights 100%. That could have happened while we were out there. And then like when I first listened to the joint, like I wasn't paying attention to like the. You know, I'm driving. Like I can't see who's featured in it. You know, you got Apple Play, like the old school Apple Play in the car, like the little app, like, you know, it doesn't scroll. Like you really just can't see. All you see is the title, and that's it, right?
Just listen.
As soon as she opened her mouth and said something, I was like, oh shit, I haven't heard from B Honey like in our world in a minute.
100%.
Right? Last time I worked with her was with Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? So just to hear her on the record in general was beautiful. Yeah. And like her voice is so unique, bro. Like that was a perfect feature
her
on
voice, yeah. I mean, her voice, it literally takes me back to like 90s R&B, bro.
Yeah, like, it's like really real pure.
Very pure.
Nice harmonies.
Great harmonies. Like she sounds like a group on that shit.
She's angelic. What? No, for real, bro.
The voice isn't. Her voice is very.
It's crazy.
The story behind that is, had the hook, had my verse. I told George, I want B on this. I want B Honey on this. So I reached out. So and a little bit of backstory. We worked together before. And this was like shit, man. 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 2017, 18. Went to George's studio, and I wanted to do a freestyle over an instrumental. I'm not going to say because I might still use that. But it was going to be a freestyle, and I reached out. She came through to George's studio. We sat, and one thing I love about her process is, at least my experience, she writes right in front of you.
Absolutely.
She gets right. I'll leave it at that. She gets right.
Yeah.
And she pulls out her phone, tells George, loop the beat.
Yeah.
George looped the beat maybe about 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
Yeah.
She will finish her verse.
Yeah.
She will say, hey, Noah, I want you to listen to this before I go into the booth.
Yeah.
Behind you. No problem.
Absolutely.
she sings the verse to me. I'm just like, yeah.
This is it.
This is it.
Yeah.
She goes into the booth, and I was telling George this also last night, man. When people let me into their creative process, I feel so fucking privileged.
Yeah.
I really do. Like,
it's interesting. Like, because as a creative, when you get to see other people create in a different way.
Honestly, that's how you really, to people that really do this, that's how you get their respect.
Yeah.
Like, there's been several records where, Mo City Behind Us, me, you, and Vaughn.
Right.
That was just by chance. Crazy. That was just by chance. I want to say Vaughn had a session. My session was after his. I walked in on the end of his session, and he's doing that. And Vaughn is very observant.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I started pacing a little bit, and he's like, hey, bro, you get on that shit. I was like, you sure? Hell yeah. So I write my verse in my phone, which I never really do. I'm pen to the sheets, as Drake would say. Write my verse, get in the booth, lay my shit down. They send it to you. You kill it. We kill it. Classic record. The end, right? The more recent example, Dash invites me into the studio. You and him.
Yeah.
I didn't know what my participation would be on that record. Honestly, I was just happy to be in the room. You are a slick mofo.
I am.
You play the beat over and over, and I
don't say much.
Fam,
for a reason.
You know what this does. 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes later, I have a hook. Hey, can I spit this for y'all? Yeah. Say the hook. Here you go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Go lay it.
Yeah.
What? Go lay it.
Right now. Why are you still in front of me?
I'm like,
the microphone's hot.
Yeah.
You said you was cold. The microphone is hot. Get your frigid ass in there and go lay this motherfucker.
Hey, that's exactly how that shit went down, bro.
Yeah.
And then after I laid that, Dash is doing his thing. Dash goes in the booth. Now I'm like, all right, niggas gonna be in the booth with in the studio with another rapper that can rap. Okay.
Yeah.
I start formulating a verse. I'm like, I don't want to be intrusive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got invited, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got invited.
Yeah.
Thank you. Woo. Y'all let me lay the hook. Let me not try to take over this nigga song. So I finished the verse. And I was just like, hey guys, I got a verse, man. You know, I don't know if y'all here come Dash. Go spit it, bro.
Yeah.
Boy. Go spit it. Here come you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Of course. Nah, cause like I don't think me and you had that rapport yet, but like just studio wise, but ask Vaughn, Dash, Milo, Fats, J. Kell, John Doe. Like the Matchbox days was real. And I'm big on collab.
Yeah.
I'm huge on collab. Like I
can't wait to talk about that.
Seeing people like just work together. It brings, because what I notice is exactly it brings the best out of everyone, and then there's growth from that. Like I've literally seen the growth from John Doe being in the studio with Milo or Lero or like literally just all the people that I would have come through, like whether they're still doing it or not. Like if you like that, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll see it and like it'll just bloom.
100%.
And honestly, I can see how much growth you've shown.
Thank you.
Just off of this and working with George.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can definitely see like, and the reason why I asked about album mode, like locking in, like you locked in and it's evident. You know what I'm saying? This is a very well-rounded album.
Thank you, bro.
Very well-rounded.
And one thing I didn't say to kind of put a cap on album mode is I like to synchronize first before I write. Like if
you put
I know
the beats in order.
Yeah. And I listen to that shit religiously. I like to think about what I'm going to write about as far as per song, or even just like in, you know, if it's like a excuse me, a conceptual project. Yeah. Just what's the purpose of this? So I do that, and then I start writing.
Yeah.
The end. Pretty straightforward for me.
All right, so I don't know who the hell this Ian Alexander person is.
It's my brother.
God damn.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Where has he been?
Yeah.
Cause bro, like soon as that chorus hit, I was like, "Who is this?" I don't know this timbre. This voice sounds completely different.
Yeah,
but it's fire.
Yeah, I've known Ian.
That's a really solid record.
Thank you, man.
Like for real, like that's a very solid record.
That's one of the little bit behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So again, got the beat from George, and I had been a lot of times I write in the car, not physically but just mentally.
Yeah.
I try different shit when I'm driving, and I was getting a little frustrated because I couldn't find the hook yet.
Yeah.
And so when it finally came, again, I was driving, and Ian's been a part of all my projects.
Yeah.
All of them, in some capacity. And so, the short of it is, bro, I did a voice note, and I sent him the beat, and I said, hey, you know, this is the idea that I have. This is what the song is about.
Yeah.
He hit me back, was like, yo, you mind if I, like, he's like, yo, I love the words. Can I switch up the cadence a little bit?
Yeah.
Do what you want.
Do your thing.
Like, again, you've worked with someone for over decades.
Yeah.
Because I've known them damn near my whole life. Brother, do what you do. We'll talk about it when you finish what you do. And so, I'll never forget, maybe 2 days later, I was in bed. This nigga hit me at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Yo, bro, check your email. Tell me what you think.
Yeah.
What? All right, give me a second. Play that bitch. I was like,
yeah.
it took me everything in my heart to not yell at this nigga. I was like, because he's very humble.
Yeah.
Very elusive. And it gets frustrating when you deal with Soup, much like you. He's a triple threat, man. He produces, he's an audio engineer, and he sings. He's an artist.
Yeah.
And so, again, very elusive or whatever, but every time I reach out for an album or project, he's there. So anyway, I get his vocals. I want to say I went to the studio that night with George. George plays it, and George is like, yeah, no, y'all did this shit. He was like, yeah, nah. Like, he was like, this is one of those ones where, again, a moment of transparency. He had that beat for a while, and he was like, man, different people tried to fuck with it, but it just didn't work out. He was like, what y'all were able to get from this instrumental is very impressive. I was like, damn, bro, I appreciate that.
Man, from a producer standpoint, I don't think you realize how important that is. Because every time we make a beat, we got a vision.
Yes.
And don't take this the wrong way, or anybody for that matter. It just sucks when it doesn't come to fruition. Yeah. The way you see it.
Right. The way you hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, situations like that, I'm pretty sure, like, it was like, whoa.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting this, but damn. Yeah. I like it. You know what I'm saying?
Just, like, again, being transparent, like, when you impress people that impress you, it means a lot. Yeah. It means a lot.
I'm gonna use your words against you.
Oh shit.
Put you on the spot.
Let's get it.
Who you talking about in that record?
Which one? Oh,
it's cool. Let's keep it moving.
Nah, I mean, honestly, that song, I knew you were gonna ask me.
Come on, bro. You know me, dog.
That song, honestly, it's two things. First thing is, I feel like I have a gift of foresight to a certain degree. So I'm literally trying to speak that into existence. And then two, that song is a classified. That's like my bio, if I had like a dating app, you know what I'm saying, profile, nigga, that's the profile.
I could dig it. What they say on Family Feud? Good answer.
Yeah. Straight up though.
All right, Get Around. All right.
Yeah.
Look, you sent that to me before the album dropped.
Yeah.
And I'm still mad at y'all for how short that song is, bro.
Oh, nigga, it's 3 verses.
I don't give a damn. We talked about this, bro.
Yo, I played it for. You did say that. I played it for Vaughn. I want to say when Vaughn came. Yes, when Vaughn came to lay his verse for No. I know we're gonna not to skip ahead, but for No About It. When he finished, I was like, "Hey, G, pull up.
Yeah, run that
real quick." Because I had just gotten the verse from shout my nigga Don Hugo. Just gotten his verse in. And so George was mixing it down, and making it fit for the eventual second verse of the record. Yeah. And so once he did that, I was like, yo, run that real quick.
Yeah.
Yo, Vaughn was like, nigga. He was like, nigga.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, dog. Yeah, my nigga did his shit and stuff for real. But not that song honestly is I wanted to be very close to the original. Obviously not too close.
Yeah.
I didn't want to redo it all because in my opinion, I don't know if you agree or not, but that's a perfect song. The original is a perfect song to me.
Okay.
So when George played the beat, I was like, oh, this is a tall task, but I'm up for the motherfucker. So
I'm pretty sure it's different when you have such high regards to the record.
Yeah.
Already, like 100%. The original record, like it's kind of like,
No, I never do that.
No,
I never run away.
No, I'm not saying run away. Just being very tactful.
Yes.
In your approach.
Absolutely.
Because you care about that record so much that you just don't want to.
Yes. You don't want to be the guy.
Yeah, you don't be that guy.
The original classic, perfect in my opinion, song. So how did Don Hugo become a part of it? Me and Don have done a million records. Actually, Don's real, not to put but his real name is Lavendon. We met in middle school.
Yeah.
There's so much there, man. When we started like pretty much writing around the same time.
Okay.
Like 12 years old.
So he's a fellow Missouri Cityan.
No. I went to Johnston Middle School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's Southwest.
Oh, I'm already knowing.
Right. So
Solange. You know I know.
Yeah, for sure that. So, man, I wanted to get him on there because I knew he would kill it.
Yeah.
And most of the records, being honest, most of the records that we've done, he sent them to me.
Uh-huh.
So I said, man, I got to return the favor. I can hear you on this record. I know you're going to kill this shit. Boom, do what you do.
Yeah.
Came back, killed it in my opinion. John fucking Doe. Doe, what up, nigga? We had been supposed to got one. I got a beat from Donnie Houston years ago. And yeah. And I sent it. I won some kind of contest and got some beats a long time ago.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I sent him one of those beats. Man, my boy, he wrote to it. I saw him at some function and he was like, he played the verse for me. I'm like, damn, he killed it.
Yeah.
But I messed that up because right around that time,
I recorded that verse.
Oh, yeah, you did something. Damn, it's a small world,
I recorded
bro.
that verse.
But right around that time, man, I honestly had lost my passion. Was going through some shit, relationship shit, you know.
Yeah.
Lost my passion for it.
We about to get into it.
Sure.
You forced me. You put it on wax, nigga.
For sure. And so anyway, put a cap on this.
Yeah.
I reached out. Like, yo, I got to do I want to do the third verse, da. And man, one thing he said to me after he sent me the song, now I say this to people because it's really smart. He said, I'm glad you fuck with the verse. Do me a favor before you put it out. Let me hear it. Very simple.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, this is brilliant. Because now we're getting, you know, it's more of like a cerebral thing. Like, let me make sure I sound right on the record. Let me make sure the engineer didn't do no extra shit. Let me make sure the drops are good.
Yeah.
Let me make sure the mix is good. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate him for, you know, again, not only being on the record, but man, just fucking with me in general.
Hell
after so long.
Yeah.
And listen, bro. And I told him immediately, forgive me for being long-winded.
Nigga, this your shit.
For sure. Thank you. That nigga's flow on that bitch, bro. Oh my God. Like that.
Doe does
so
amazing shit, bro.
New Orleans, bro.
Yeah.
It's so new. Like when I heard it, I was like, I said, nigga, the pocket that you found?
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Doe
goes, bro.
I gotta give Doe his flowers.
He goes.
I'll probably never say this to his face just due to our relationship. When I say we're like brothers.
Yeah, for sure that.
Doe is my little bro, man. I love John Doe.
Yeah.
And like what he's able to do lyrically is amazing.
For sure.
He is.
But again, it's not even just the lyrics. Like he can rap his. Matter of fact, I want to say he and Retro Cash, another nigga that can rap his ass off. What up, Cash? They did it was like I think it was like a back and forth for like a Corey Terry recording. And I watched that shit and I was just like, oh, these niggas can go.
Yeah.
Like they can go. So yeah, shout out New Orleans, man.
Yeah.
For real.
All right. So let's talk about it.
Oh shit.
Before I get to that point, at this point in the album, on the I Get Around record, I noticed something.
Okay. You notice a lot of shit.
You like to tell stories.
I do.
You really like to paint pictures.
I do.
And I guess that goes into the question I asked earlier, like influences. But like, how important is that for you? Like, because it's so much so, because when you said the little brother thing, it clicked. It made sense. Mm-hmm. It's very transparent. It's very earnest, and it's kind of like a lens of your point of view for everybody to see, like how you see life, how you see, you know, everything. Yeah, and you kind of put that into your records.
Thank you. There are, you know, certain MCs that are known for certain things. You got a Ghostface, who, you know, and I say this with all due respect, he is just excellent at putting words together. He doesn't necessarily focus on the storytelling. It's more, he does it too. Yeah. But, you know, Mighty Healthy, niggas is just rapping their asses off. Redman's another one of those. Yeah. Now, what also makes him great is you get the storytelling, the joint with Mary J. Blige, you get the Superman lover, you know. Right. So they're versatile. Me, I feel like one of the things that kind of makes me different, like, you know, you hit the nail on the head, bro. I like to paint pictures. You know, not to brag, but, you know, that I get around 2017, that was when I bought my house. Yeah. That was, you know, when I wilded out a little bit, I was out here in these streets a little bit. We, you know, me and the homies would hit up the address on the weekend and whoop-de-boo. Yeah. You know? I love to draw inspiration from real experiences. Right. That'll always be my main thing. I'm not this imaginary type, you know, superhero ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? For lack of a better way to put it. But real experiences will always influence whatever songs I make.
All right, so Know About It.
Know About It.
Bro, I'ma set the scene. I'ma set the scene.
Know About It.
I'm swinging down Eldridge. I'm on the west.
Let them know, real. What's happening?
Right, I'm heading to the crib. Okay. I bust a right. I ain't gonna say the street because I don't want you niggas in my residence. I bust a right. I'll pull into the driveway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now niggas are really focused. There's no motion.
And by the time I'm in the driveway, I done ran back the second verse like 3 times.
Oh, shit.
But the one thing that first caught my ear, that fucking chorus.
Oh, really?
That chorus, for one, let's be real. Yeah. It's 2023. Yeah. People don't run the chorus back 2, 3, 4 times on records like that anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you caught that. Yeah.
So this really gave me like a early 2000 vibe. Mm-hmm. I called one of my homies. I don't want to say, he's not my homie, that's my brother. I called my brother Anthony, and I asked him if he heard it, because that's what we do. That's our whole relationship. Music. Mm-hmm. Like that's basically the foundation of our friendship. Like it's always been the foundation. Like that's how we just became so close, was because of music, through music. Like our likes, dislikes, this, that, and the third.
Absolutely.
And he was like, yeah,
that's your name, bruh.
That hook though. No. We was talking about the music. We was before all that. Oh, okay. Right? He was like, bro, that hook. Amazing.
So much that I appreciate that, for real.
Like crazy.
For real. Thank
you. I'm just saying, like in general, like that's the first thing, right? So what made you go in about a relationship on that record? Cause that like, again, it took me a while to kind of like fully process, because, you know, we're vain. People are vain. You hear your name.
Oh,
and things just
straight to that.
I ain't gonna lie, I was like, fuck with Noah. Talk about what? What? You know what I'm saying?
Funny.
So what made you talk about a relationship on that record? Like what drew that? Because the music is very serious. The tone is real, like laid back, and it's real vibey. Got a nice bouncing groove to it.
100%.
And I was like, I wonder what made him go this direction with the lyrical content. Not to say that you were supposed to go somewhere, but you know what I'm saying. I'm always curious into the psyche of like, where you were in a specific point, and like, why was that important for you to express those feelings and
got
vibes?
A pocket full of dough, got a pocket full of hope. Like it's about balance for me.
I got you.
And you know, again, man, I'm a feelings guy when it comes to the music.
Yeah.
I told you earlier, you know, I wanted to make sure that, you know, I got my shit off.
Yeah.
You know, but with that particular record, it was like, I got some shit I want to say.
I got you.
And it was really honestly that simple. I usually, when it comes to creating songs, I usually try to start with the hook because obviously that gives the song its literal direction.
Yeah.
So, you know, one of my brothers, Hugo, shout H, in so many words, I want to say he was trying to describe the record to me, or how he hears the record. And he said the hook is Southern excellence, and the verses and the beat are early Kanye. I said, and I'll be honest that shout out Bingo, man, God body Bingo, we gotta work, nigga. Bingo was, you sent me Bingo's project before I met him.
Sure did.
It's such a small world. He's a very cool guy.
Bingo is live.
Yeah, he's a super cool guy.
He's next on my list.
I owe him a phone call. That's my nigga. I got you, bro.
Yeah.
But nah, I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something.
But while you thinking about that, I said Bingo a pack. I said him a mean pack.
Oh, this is why I brought up Bingo, because he texted me something. He was, no. I posted the video, the music video, and his comment was la la la.
Yeah.
And a lot of people gravitate to that melody when it comes to that particular song. I you know, honestly, that was not premeditated. That I didn't say, you know, it was only after the song was done, or maybe even the album was out, that I could see the Kanye influence.
Right.
You know, Kanye does that, you know, certain times.
Yeah.
And with me, honestly, it was just like, it's just about the feeling of the record, bro.
But you know what that shows us, though? Like, sometimes subconsciously,
a lot of it is subconscious.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of it.
Regardless of what you may have been thinking at the time, like, it just gave you that feel.
100%.
You don't know where it came from
until
somebody's like, man, that sounds like...
Absolutely.
And you're like, damn.
Yeah.
This shit hard.
Yeah. Nah, I'm super duper, super proud of that record. Again, going behind the curtain.
Yeah.
So how Vaughn got it? And Vaughn does this shit, bro. Originally, I sent Vaughn, much like I did Ian.
Yeah.
I sent Vaughn a voice note of an idea of the hook. I hadn't finalized it yet, but I had the cadence, and I sent him the beat. And I don't think I heard. I think he said, I said, yo, did you get it? He said, yeah, bro, I got you. And I heard nothing. And I was like, I know what I got to do with this nigga, because he's done that before. Like, I've sent him something like something incomplete.
Yeah.
And then when I sent him the completed version. So when I sent him the completed version of this, like the hook was done, recorded, my verse was done, recorded, the melody, all that was done. It's like, nigga, this shit hard.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, got you. So from here on out, anytime I want to work with you, I'm going to send you the completed product. So all you got to do is just listen to it. I'm going to leave your space open. And again, this is going back to our earlier conversation. Vaughn wanted to do 30 bars. Vaughn was like, hey, bro. No, he wants to do like 40 or 50 bars. He was like, yo, dog.
He had some shit to get off his chest.
No, he did. And he told me, we not going to, you know, but he had some shit to get off.
Yeah.
And He's like, yo, bro, hey, tell G, bro, if you don't mind, man, send the beat about 2 minutes. I was like, nigga, this is an album.
I said, nigga, no.
I was like, bro, you know, I would never try to stop your creative process, but
I'm stopping your
I
creative
have to. With this one, I have to be very intentional.
Yeah.
To the length of these records, man. People, you know, time span is very, very fucking short.
Yeah.
Even if this shit you have is good, it's like, for most people, it's on to the next. What else does he have?
Right.
So, long story short, we kind of went back and forth as far as 16, 18, 20. Yeah. He ended up doing the 16 and killed that shit. So shout out my brother Vaughn.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about the video or you want to wait.
No, we can talk about it.
So the video, shout out to my brother Nick Brimby. He shot the video with his team. Shout out Pyrex.
Yeah.
Hold your head, my boy. But yeah, they came through extremely professional. Like I'm talking about from approach to equipment. Their communication was excellent. You could tell that they had a really solid working relationship already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just made it extremely easy for me to operate, for us to operate. Call my brother George. Yo, dog, can you come through? George we shot the video in Mo City. George lives on the north side. That is a long-ass drive.
It is.
I said, my nigga, I need you there at 9. He was like, I'm going to see what I can do.
It's a long-ass drive.
That nigga showed up at 9 o'clock like a goddamn G. Like a G. Like G. So shout out my brother. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So shout out my brother G.
Yeah.
The second part of the video, as far as like the performance shot,
right, with
me and the mic, my solo shot, Vaughn's solo shot.
Yeah.
Behind the screen we call it the infinity wall, that white wall. That was done at Nick's actual studio.
Okay. What side of town is his studio on?
It's very close to Mo City.
Okay.
Probably about maybe 10, 15 minutes away.
For sure.
Shout out my brother Sam. Do you know Sam?
Sam is one of the realest niggas ever, bro. Look, man.
Sam before the record.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Come on, bro.
I'm just making sure, bro.
No. My bad. My apologies. That was a little stiff. My bad. Nah, like Sam, I cannot see Sam for like 8 years.
Yeah.
And it's like,
hey,
Sam is one of the most genuine dudes, bro. Sam is so cool, man. I love Sam. Sam is such a real one, bro. He a real nigga, bro.
Listen, man. Sam is, I'll always be loyal to Sam. Obviously, we have the Mo City connection, went to school together. But he invited me out to South by.
Word.
Yeah, and we rocked the fuck. I think we did 2 or 3 shows. Me, him, obviously Vaughn, and Sean. Shout out Sean O for sure.
Another.
Yeah,
exceptional individual.
I saw him at where was this?
The baby shower?
No, not the baby shower.
That's the last time I've seen Sean O at Vaughn baby shower.
This was this is the Music Melee live event.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Saw him there. We chopped it up for a good while. He said he's planning on, getting back into the music. I was like, nigga, whatever you need from me, bro, just let me know. He was like, I know. It's like, yeah, nigga, for sure that. You already know what it is.
Straight up.
Believe that. But yeah, Sam is just, again, inviting me out to South by Southwest. This nigga stay trying to recruit me. I'm an unofficial member of PMV Records.
You are, bro.
Those are my brothers, bro. Like,
you are. I mean, not unofficial. You just do it.
I just am, bro. Like,
just do it, bro.
Those that know, they know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to get Sam on this project. And of course I did, but I wanted a verse. But with the time constraints and, Sam is recently, not to put his business out there, but he's recently married, he got kids and shit. So, niggas got
responsibilities and shit.
But we gonna make that shit work, bro, for sure. But yeah,
it's crazy you said you wanted a Sam verse, because I remember this was a while ago. Mm-hmm. Vaughn, Sam, Sean O, and like we were at where we record. Mm-hmm. I'm not putting that up.
The spot.
He rapped. I was like,
yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. He's like a rapping Dame Dash.
you sneaky, bro.
But like way cooler.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Yeah, nah, man. Anyway, the shoe was very seamless.
Yeah.
Again, not to be redundant, but it was very professional. I didn't even ask. I didn't know Sam was going to show up.
Oh, word?
Nick invited Sam.
Okay.
Now, we had been in communication because, I keep him abreast of shit that I'm doing because that's my nigga.
Yeah.
And he looks out. Actually, I didn't really need him to connect me with Nick, but him connecting me with Nick made things a lot more smoother.
Right.
So I definitely thank him for that. That's my nigga, man. Always. And again, shout out Nick, Brimby. You know what I'm saying? Nick Brimby Production. Shout out Pyrex. Hold your head, brother.
Yeah.
He's going through some things. Man, on the set, he had his son with him. You know what I'm
Big
saying?
fan.
Listen, dog.
Yeah.
They just putting shit together, bro. So I love seeing shit like that.
Yeah.
Man. So shout out all my guys.
All right. This was probably the heaviest joint on the album.
Oh, by far. I couldn't listen to it for a while.
The Exit. And I was going to ask you, like...
Yeah, I couldn't listen to it for a while. It was hard to listen to that shit.
You said some shit on there, bro.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's all...
But, no, I'm saying, like, you said some shit on there, like... I was like, damn, if I was friends with this nigga, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I... You know what I'm saying? Like, but you were very earnest...
Yeah.
You were very honest.
Yeah.
Like, that was a level of vulnerability that, like, a lot of people really just don't show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the first half, that was tough.
Oh, yeah.
What made you, like, go there?
I mean, again, I know, again, it goes back to the synchronization. Trying to line up the beats, hearing what it sounds like or what I want the project to sound like so far. And then after that, it's just strictly, it's writing. It's, what is this beat saying to me?
Right.
Or what do I feel comfortable with expressing on this particular instrumental? What's the best way for me to, articulate my feelings on this record?
Yeah.
And, the stuff that I'm talking about, I was dealing with in real time. In short, the first verse is about one of my former best friends, whom I considered a brother. Still consider a brother.
Feel like I met, bro.
You have.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's like, again, like hearing some of the stuff on the album is wild because I'm like,
yeah,
it gotta be.
Yeah.
Because you pick up on certain things, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm not finna get too crazy into it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm
if
just
you're
like,
around
damn.
me enough, you'll pick up on, because again, bro, my main influence is always my real life.
Right.
I'm not about to be I can do it, and it's fun to create stories and create narratives.
Yeah, be like an Avenger.
Superman lover. Shout out Red. But I just, again, getting back to that song, that, for those that don't know, it's called The Exit Part 4. The first verse, again, is about, one of my brothers.
I mean, low-key, is about a breakup.
Two separate breakups.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
First one is with friendship with one of my niggas. And then the second one is about an actual romantic breakup with my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that has to be tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the ones where it's like, man, I want to listen to my album. You get to... I was like, man, Vaughn killed that hoe. All right, click, it's over with. Like, all right, we're done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of the ones where I can honestly see how that's hard to listen to and play back.
Maybe for at least the first 2-3 weeks, I would skip that song.
Yeah, and then it's therapy though.
Yes,
that's therapy.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but sometimes it's hard to accept that. Sometimes it's hard to accept the purpose of making a song like that because you're still there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're still grieving, if you
Right.
will.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I will say this. That second part, again, that's about Shorty.
That flip, though.
Oh, man.
George. Oh, my God.
So let me talk about that then. So originally that was originally two separate songs.
Yeah.
I was going to call it a Real Song Part 1 and then a Real Song Part 2. And then we were going to close out the album. But then I was like, wait, I have a series.
Yes. Yes.
Where I literally talk about shit like this.
Yeah.
And so I said, hey, G, let's try something. Oh, and I have to say this because it's a big part of the record.
Yeah.
That Diddy interlude.
Uh-huh.
I'm love, nigga.
Yeah.
That's all George.
Yeah.
I had finished recording the first. I want to say I finished recording. I finished recording both parts. This is again where, excuse me, both songs were separate. And I end the first verse by saying "love, nigga," and we were listening back to the track, that recording. So, hey, George was like, "Hey, let me try something real quick." Like, nigga found that shit very quickly.
It was on his mind, bro.
100%. In retrospect, I can see that.
Yeah.
He put it there.
That hoe was bookmarked, nigga.
Right? He put it there, and I was like, hey, let's put a Real Song Part 2 right after that. He put it on there, and then I have to say this too. So with the second instrumental, the horn wasn't on there at first. It's like, you gotta put the horn on there, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you go back and listen to the original, like, bro, that horn lets you know, like, it's time.
Yeah.
So he put the horn on there. We listened back. I was like, bro, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. That is the exit part 4.
So
That's it.
at what part of the album did you, like, what part of the recording process did you record those songs? Was it earlier on?
No,
that
was at almost the absolute end.
Damn, that's heavy.
That was at, almost.
I can't imagine doing
the
that. Like,
absolute end.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type of person, like, I gotta get that shit out the way so I can have fun and, like.
Or you could be the type of person like me that's like, let me procrastinate.
Like, I'm sitting on this, like, I don't want to do this shit.
Like, I know what I want to say, but I'm not
Yeah.
ready. I'm not quite ready to say it.
To revisit those places.
100%.
Yeah.
Again, especially if you're dealing with the shit in real time.
Yeah.
I lost one of my best friends and my ex-girl in the same year. And, not to get too personal, but I didn't lose them. Like, they're still living. I didn't lose them. They literally lost me.
Yeah.
I had a very frank conversation with my ex-brother, still my brother, ex-friend, and I broke up with my now ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Same year, 2022, one of the hardest years of my life.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine, dealing with that
And just to
and
be
then
frank,
trying to articulate it.
just to be frank, like, I could tell.
Yeah, bro, it was hard.
I could tell
Really hard.
just from our interactions.
Oh, sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just being around, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could
yeah.
definitely tell, like, something was going down.
Oh,
but
yeah. It was,
I just, I
pick up on
as
certain
long as
shit.
you good,
For sure that.
But yeah, it seems like that you've grown past the situation. Everything, it seems like life is good.
I have my days. I have my days with her, but you're absolutely, at this point, I'm definitely able to, I just have a much better appreciation for, and not trying to big myself up because fuck me, right? But it takes a certain level of not just confidence, but what's the word that I'm looking for? Well, I guess it's confidence, like some kind of understanding that, if you want better, if you feel like you should be treated better, if you feel like, the relationships are, expiring and maybe you have nothing to offer this person anymore, and maybe vice versa, or whatever your perspective is, it takes that it's not confidence. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
What's the opposite of fear?
Confidence.
It's confidence.
Courage.
Courage. it takes courage because again, not to get too like, whatever, but a lot of people don't do that.
You right. It's
a
one
lot
of
of people,
where...
they know that you're not supposed to be with them, but you know what? There's a certain level of comfort there.
Yeah, complacent.
It's been all these years. You're complacent. Fuck it, I'm gonna marry that girl. And then years later, you're still you, she's still her, and guess what? It's probably gonna crash and burn.
Yeah.
Dealing with your brother, yo, man, shit ain't really working out, but still my nigga. No.
I feel that.
If we're having the same conversation and I can't trust you, or you feel like you can't trust me, maybe we should take some space as grown men to figure ourselves out, and then if it makes sense, come back to the friendship. So that's where I'm at with it, my brother. It's really all about growth and understanding. I just thank God for the opportunity.
And it's crazy because, like, you can hear the level of growth that, like, just throughout the album. Like, it kind of tells a story. It's kind of like a concept album in a sense, especially, like, knowing you know what I'm saying, being around for some of the, I literally, I could see maybe, like, 4 or 5 songs on the project where I'm like, I was in a specific place with you.
Yeah.
Where like it makes more sense. You know what I'm saying? And like you articulated it in a way that just ties everything together. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that. That's, to me, man, that's one of the ultimate compliments. So I appreciate that for real. Thank you.
No problem. So in closing, I just want to say, man, like, you did a really good job with this shit.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
like, it took me a few times to, like, really get it. But once I got it, I was like, damn. Like, it's a very well-rounded, very well-put-together album.
Thank you.
Like, everything just, it works.
Thank you, brother.
And it's hard. Sometimes it's hard because people get so competitive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where, like, it's hard for people to, like, really just appreciate shit for what it is. And I'm so glad I ain't rapping no more. Because I ain't gonna hold you. If I was still rapping, bro, I would not be this honest with you. I'd probably be a hating ass nigga right now. It was cool.
Yeah. One of those.
It was alright, but wait till my shit drop type shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know how the game go.
You and George did an amazing job, bro. And big shout out to George. I wish George could have been here.
Shout out to George.
So we could, sit and talk to him too. Because I want to pick George's brain. Like, I've sat down and watched the conversation with George.
Mm-hmm.
We're on mute, but
he's George is brilliant, man. George is humble. George's foundation, at least my experiences with George over the years, he's a good dude.
I mean, he light skinned, bro. That's we good niggas, bro. Light skinned niggas is good niggas, bro.
You know what I mean?
Nah, but real talk, George a real one,
here,
dog.
brother. But
George a real good one. I don't want to bring colorism into this. We're all black.
Because at the end of the day,
people get on my ass about that shit. I just be joking, but
we all come from the same place, man.
Yeah,
you know
but good shit, bro. Like real talk. It was a pleasure sitting down talking to you too. Like,
it always is, man.
Yeah, man. So hopefully, I really hope you do the numbers you want to do.
Hey, bro.
And
listen,
I've been peeping, bro. I'm on Twitter, dog. I'm on Twitter, dog.
Plays looking good,
man.
I
looked up one day. I was like 3,000. All right.
Yeah,
and this was early.
I think we're at like 5 now.
Yeah.
And that's just on Apple Music. I'm not even talking about
Spotify. Yeah.
Tidal. Y'all gotta figure it out with Tidal. I can't see my numbers. There's no way to see your numbers as an independent artist on Tidal. That's my only Tidal knock. You know what I'm saying? I know Hov gave the keys to somebody else or whatever. But
they need to
if we could fix
that,
that'd be fantastic. But nah, man, we doing numbers. And again, I definitely want to take the time to say, man, thank you. You know what I'm saying, for creating this platform. Talking to me about the album, being around at certain events that influence the album, you always being a good dude, and I mean that genuinely.
I appreciate that.
For sure. And everybody that had something to do with the project, whether you were a feature, whether you were an outside influence, whether, we went through something, whatever the case may be, just super thankful, man. And again, huge shout out to my nigga, my brother G, man, for sure. More on the way.
For sure.
We cooking. Let's get it.
Already.
My guy.
That was dope.
Yes, sir. How long was that?
About an hour 20.
Oh, that's not bad.
that's not bad at all.